All right. Hey, what's up, guys? It's great here. It's been a while. Okay. Uh, I've never done this before. Okay, so sorry in advance that this video is a bit all over the place. Okay. Borderlands 4 trailer just came out a few hours ago. Already watched it once, and I kind of formed. I'm not gonna lie, I formed a pretty negative opinion on it at first. But I watched it again, and then I also watched somebody else talk about the trailer. And right off the bat, I'm just gonna say my feelings are negative, but there also is some positives, and I have lots of things I want to say. So we're gonna watch the trailer. We're gonna go through everything. I'm gonna talk about everything. I want this video to kind of be different than everyone else's because I see a lot of people. It's either really like bad faith, negative, or it's really like heavy praise. When I feel like there needs to be something in the middle, that's just like realistic with like nuance, which I feel like there isn't much nuance in the Borderlands community. Okay, without further ado, I'm gonna start the trailer. I'm gonna be pausing a lot. I'm gonna be talking a lot. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but brace yourselves, okay? Okay, so with that right there, okay. First, I want to say I'm mainly going to be pausing the video when I have something I actually want to talk about. I'm not going to be pausing every frame. I'm not going to be talking about every single little thing. Just things that stick out to me. I'm going to say something. My friend Gaff, he made a comment about the psycho here and then putting the mask on it. And I want to know what you guys think. He said that he said that this was a dead psycho and that they're basically putting the mask on them, like almost like they're zombie psychos. But they're not actually alive, they're just corpses, but the mask kind of like brings them to life and they're being controlled by the mask. I can't tell if they're dead or if they're alive. I can't tell if they're just being mind controlled and they're alive or if they're corpses being controlled. I think if they're corpses being controlled by mask, that's pretty cool, honestly. That's a unique concept. If it's just normal psychos being controlled by a mask, I think that's really lame and kind of lazy. So, it could either go either way. Okay, so clearly we have a bunch of bandits here, right? When I first saw this lady, I thought she looked really bad. Like, just first glance, watching it on my TV, I was like, she looks horrible. I thought this was just going to be like the main villain of the game or something. I was like, she looks horrible. But looking at her again, I mean, it looks like she's like kind of like full on robot, She's got the hair, her mask kind of has a split in it, so maybe there's like flesh under there. But she actually looks kind of interesting. She definitely looks unique for a Borderlands villain. She doesn't have like that she doesn't have a stupid looking face, like the Borderlands 3 villains. So like that's a good sign. Okay, I'm gonna pause. When I first saw these guys, I just said, oh, they're Iridians. I don't know. These might actually be Iridians. I don't know though. They look okay. They look kind of basic. I don't really like these types of designs for like enemies and stuff. It's really just like bland in my opinion, and like I don't know. I don't like the way they look necessarily. I don't like enemies like that in games who just like are kind of just like a blank slate. These guys up here, I know it's kind of blurry. I paused at a bad time. These guys up here, we'll well, we'll go back. Okay, there we go. That's much better. These guys look really cool. These guys look okay. These guys look interesting. But these guys are just, yeah, they're just like really blank slate fodder enemies. Pretty boring looking. And then we got this guy, which, spoilers, he's the timekeeper. People are saying that this is like the big bad guy of the game. The way I think the game is going is we have two villains on two different sides, and these two villains are fighting each other, and we're kind of caught in the middle, and we're also kind of like at odds with both of them. That's gonna be my belief. Maybe this planet we're on, this is the planet that like Lilith unveiled or whatever. And maybe this is a war that's already been going on for a long time, but now we're caught in the middle of it. I don't know, but this is the timekeeper. I have more to say about him. I don't know if I want to say it right now. I might say that like when we get to the end of the trailer, but a lot of people are saying that this guy's we're probably going to be dealing with time travel, hence timekeeper. I think we probably will be. You know, they wouldn't call him the timekeeper if he's not. If there's not going to be something with time. You know, so. And I have a lot to say about that actually, but I want to just continue on with the trailer a bit first. Okay. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Yeah, when I first saw this whole section, we're gonna go slow motion and we're gonna mute. Yeah. We're gonna go 0.5. Okay. When I saw this whole section of them fighting in this area, I thought it looked really, really bad. Like, this is one of the worst things I've ever seen. It looks like they're fighting in a concept area. It looks like this is the map that they use to model things and to test out weapons and stuff. This doesn't look like an actual place in the game. It doesn't look like a real place. It literally looks like a little debug arena. And just all of them fighting, it just looks like concept. Like, it doesn't look like it's real. It doesn't look like it should be something in a trailer. It looks like concept to me. Like, I just don't like it. Maybe I'm being nitpicky there, but I just don't like it. I didn't like the first time I saw it, and I don't like it now. Slowing it down. Yeah, but we're gonna keep it slow a little bit. Sorry. What caught my eye? Okay, I'm really bad at this. What caught my eye was this area. When I saw this, I was like, oh my god, it looks really good, you know? But it also kind of just looks like a Borderlands 3 area. I mean, like this whole like thing here, that's literally straight out of Borderlands 3. This antenna thing here is Borderlands 3. You know, this all looks like assets from Borderlands 3. It doesn't look that unique in my opinion. You know, if I showed somebody this image, they would say it's just Borderlands 3. They wouldn't say it's Borderlands 4. But I do think it looks nice. You know, and that's one gripe I've kind of had with the game is that I know it might be a bit unrealistic, but this game isn't really like the jump that we had from Borderlands 2 to Borderlands 3, you know? Borderlands 2 to 3 was such a big jump. And granted, it wasn't bigger time. You know, there were more years between both games. But, like, it was such a big, like, difference between the games. With this game, it doesn't feel that way. This game kind of feels like the pre-sequel to Borderlands 2. You know, if that makes sense. All right, we're going to continue the trailer, though. Normal speed. Yeah. Yeah, so we were just going through, you know, areas there. Okay. We're gonna go one more time. Okay, slow again. Hopefully this isn't annoying. I've never done this before. This area, again, Borderlands 3 looking area. It doesn't look very unique. I'm sorry. This area, this looks really cool. This planet in the background, the snow. This kind of looks like a Borderlands 2-esque like area, you know? This looks really good. And I'm not just saying that because it looks like Borderlands 2. I'm just saying it looks really good. The snow, the mountain, this planet in the distance, you know, the crack here. It's like the crack where the planet was revealed through, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, because this is Elpis right here. So Elpis smashed through the planet and there's like a crack here. You see like a pool of water here, you know. You see a landing pad here. You know, it just looks cool. I like it. Something in the background there. I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. Okay, we're you know, got this area, whatever. This guy breakdancing. I kind of like that. Like with like this music that they have, kind of like industrial music. And then you just have like these different areas are shifting through. Then you have the little mechanical. We need to watch that again. We have this guy like breakdancing. I don't know. I like it. I like it. You know, it seems like they're going for a little bit of a different vibe with this game. It feels kind of industrial. You know, I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it just seems more like mellow. You know, it doesn't seem like Borderlands 3 like mayhem in your face, haha, laughing, jokes all the time, big smile on my face villain, you know, you pooped your pants, I farted. Like it doesn't really like look like that, you know. The game definitely looks more grounded, which I like, because that's the big gripe I've had with Borderlands since Borderlands 3. All right, let's watch this trailer normally a bit, okay. This just caught my eye right now. Just this guy chilling here, and the lighting and stuff. It looks good. The water falling. It's a good shot. You know, good shot. You know, good shot. Okay, these are the Vault Hunters. All right, we're gonna hold on. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing a lot, but okay. So I've heard various things. Some people say they look like they're Concord characters. They look like Overwatch characters. They look really bad. I'm gonna give you a full rundown, okay? This guy looks really lame. Okay, here's my theory. This guy looks really lame and really generic, but he's probably gonna be my favorite character. She just looks like whatever. She looks cool. Like her design's kind of cool. Like for a siren design, she looks kind of cool. Yeah, I'm allowed to say this. She kind of looks like she's a crackhead a little bit. And I'm not saying that to be funny. Just genuinely, she kind of looks like a crackhead, like her whole getup, you know. But it's kind of cool, I guess. I like the canisters on her wrist. That might be the drugs that she shoots up. Okay. Okay, seriously though, her design's okay, you know, it's nothing crazy, but she does, I don't necessarily like it, but it's whatever. This guy, I really like his design because it's actually a really unique design that we don't normally get in Borderlands games. Like this guy's like pretty tall, pretty buff, pretty wide. I like that we're kind of coming back to like more unique body types. You know, I really appreciate unique body types in games, and his body type is really unique. You know, I mean, you know, it's kind of generic. He has muscles or whatever, but I like this. You know, he stands out. He doesn't just look like some average random character. Kind of like this guy. He looks like he could be an NPC. Like he literally looks like he would be a random NPC standing around town. This girl clearly is gonna be like really nerdy, really techie. She's probably gonna be like kind of like the engineer of the game, if I had to imagine. I'm interested to see. Like, I think her design is really basic, but I do think she looks really interesting for some reason. And I don't know why. I just have like a gut feeling her design is gonna be really interesting, like gameplay wise. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know what it is. Especially like her being like really short character. I like short characters, you know, who are like really cool and unique. Kind of squirrely, kind of fast. Got the gloves or whatever. She looks like an engineer. Overall, not crazy about her. He looks like an NPC, but he's probably gonna be really cool, personality wise. He looks really unique and cool. Even like the robot arm here, this thing on his shoulder. She looks whatever, but I feel like I'm really gonna like her gameplay. Okay, those are the Vault Hunters for me. Oh, another thing. Just came to mind right now when it came on her face, or that came out wrong. Not like that. Like when the camera went on her face. People people have been saying that she looks like Ava, or that they think it's Ava like grown up. It's not Ava. Her face is a lot different. Her siren tattoos are purple instead of blue. It's not Ava. Plus, I heard credit to Derch. I think his name might be Derchlands now on YouTube. Credit to him in his video. He made a comment. He said that this most likely isn't Ava because again the tattoos being purple, but also it would be the third time that we have a siren who has phase lock in a Borderlands game, because Amara had phase lock in Borderlands 3. So yeah, he was saying like probably not Ava because they're probably not going to do phase lock again for the siren. That would be kind of ridiculous. Yeah, we're gonna go back a little bit just to look at the guns. All right, this gun might be I think it's Maliwan. It's probably a Maliwan gun. It looks different though, it looks unique. I think it's good that I'm seeing this gun right now and I can't tell what manufacturer it is or like what it is. Like it doesn't look just like a Borderlands 3 gun, at least, you know. It looks different, which is good. Maybe it's because they're showing it from the front, I don't know, but it looks different. Maybe it's a new manufacturer. Something that has popped into my mind that I haven't really heard people talk about is we have a whole new planet, and we also have 2 factions on this planet. So those 2 factions are probably going to have their own new manufacturers. So this very well could be a weapon from one of those new factions on the new planet. I'm calling them a faction because I don't know what else to really call them. So, but the gun looks pretty cool. I like it. This gun looks really unique too. It kind of looks like a COV weapon, but it also kind of looks like a T-Roar weapon because it's like really skinny. It's like interesting. The guns are looking different so far, so that's cool. It even has like this crystal in the middle of it. Maybe that. Okay, my headcanon. Maybe this is like the new weapon of like the mechanical bandit enemies that we've seen, and this is the new weapon of the timekeeper type faction that we've seen. That's kind of my headcanon. Okay, so we're gonna go back on that a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna, you know, old reliable. Okay, so this looks like this isn't this isn't an enemy. This is actually that guy that I said looks generic. He seems to be kind of like an assassin, maybe. He has like 2 swords doing flips and stuff. Maybe he's gonna be like a melee slash assassin type character. He has like this visor coming out of his eyes. So his action skill is probably gonna be like normal gameplay, but he just like pulls out like swords or something. Maybe he gets like weak spot damage bonuses or something like that. But he's definitely not gonna have like a super transformative action skill. It's definitely going to be like more like you're still playing this guy, but you're, you know, you're kind of transforming yourself, pulling out swords, or, you know, again, probably like buffing crit damage in some way or giving yourself weak points, something like that. But that's cool. So we're seeing kind of what this guy does. This enemy looks crazy. Okay, when I first saw it in the trailer, it didn't necessarily like register in my head, but this guy looks crazy. So yeah, we're getting like mechanical bandit type enemies in this game. He like has like this giant club, the tiny arm. He's like mechanical arms on him. Slam and knock him back. We're gonna go back one more time. This gun even, so this, I know what this is. This is clearly a torque pistol. But it does hold on, let's go back a little bit more. Yeah, clearly a torque pistol, but it does look a bit different, which is good. It doesn't look exactly the same, again, which is good. Hopefully the guns feel different to use in this game. I hope they're not just copy and pasted from Borderlands 3. I hope they're a bit different. That's like my number one things that I hope for this game is gameplay. I don't necessarily care about the story that much. I just care about the gameplay. But as well, story often influences gameplay and vice versa, so it all matters. But yeah, that looks cool. Got like a laser gun here. She's shooting like a laser out. Looks like, so we're gonna go back again. This gun looks like a COV type laser gun. Kind of looks like a COV launcher. You know, like you guys know the COV launchers from Borderlands 3. She's kind of holding it the same way. Kind of looks the same, but it's the laser. So, but I doubt we're gonna get COV weapons in Borderlands 4 because COV isn't around anymore. So, yeah, we'll see what that is. Yeah, another thing, I know I'm pausing a lot. I kind of am talking about every frame where I didn't necessarily want to. They, in some type of article, again, credit to Derchlands again. I believe this is where I heard it from. He read in an article that essentially you're going to be able to summon your vehicles from anywhere. Or almost anywhere, you know, anywhere where vehicles are allowed, basically. You can summon a vehicle to just drive it, like Destiny. You don't have to go to a vehicle station anymore. And I really like that because I hate having to look for vehicle stations or teleporting to a vehicle station just to drive somewhere. Like, I already don't really like driving in Borderlands 3, so just make it as easy and as fluid for me as possible. You know, so that's awesome. That, you know, that's a great change that I like. Okay. Another pause. Okay. We have Zane here. He's clearly older. A bit scruffier of a beard, maybe. Longer hair. Looks like he has a ponytail now. He looks cool. I know Zane's like he's more of a fan favorite character from Borderlands 3. I like Zane even as well. I'm not really like super giddy about it. Like, oh my god, Zane is back. But like, it's cool, I guess. I'm not like the craziest about him, but you know, a rare character W from Borderlands 3, a rare character from Borderlands 3 that is actually likable, and you know, yeah. And then you got his clone here, which is still like him when he was young. You know, it's still his young version, which is funny. Which Derch made a comment on this, saying that, you know, it could either be a thing of like he's like insecure about his age, so he keeps his clone like young, you know, because he's insecure about it. That would be kind of funny. Or maybe his software doesn't update with him. Maybe his software stays in the state that like, okay, maybe this is how he looked when he first got the clones, and they're always just gonna look like this type of thing, you know? I don't know. I hope they explain that. I hope it's like some type of joke or something. That'll be funny. Two new characters. I'm not gonna bother pausing on the last guy because he didn't even strike my eye that much. I wasn't even that interested in him for that half a second I saw him. I'm not even gonna rewind. Okay, get mad if you want. This woman is very, very unique for Borderlands, in my opinion. We've never really seen a character like this before. She looks crazy. Her skin is like cracked around. You see these cracks on her. This leads me to believe she's probably not human. She's probably like robotic kind of. She has literal cracks on her body. So I don't think she's just human, you know. She has like this unique, like these unique clothes on. She looks like a clothes designer or something. Pretty unique looking new character, which, again, for Borderlands 3, I can't really remember any characters where I was like, oh my god, they look so unique, they look so cool. Except for, I think his name is Troy. Is it Troy Calypso? The male villain of Borderlands 3? I did like his design when I first saw him. You know, I thought he was like cool. I even kind of liked him in the game, you know, he just kind of was shoved to the back. You know, he was unique. He was cool looking, but other than that, I can't really think of anyone where I was like, oh my god, this person looks cool, you know? I can't wait to see this character in game. But her, I'm excited to see her in game. She looks cool. She looks unique. And that's something, you know, we need cool, unique characters in the Borderlands franchise. We don't need cringe characters that nobody likes, you know? So, yeah, a little negative there, whatever. Claptrap has like a tool belt. I'm gonna go a bit fast now when I talk, okay? Again, Derch made a comment. I know I'm referring to Derch a lot. I'll probably have his video in my description at this point, so I keep referring to him. He made a comment. Claptrap has like this tool belt, and he's saying that maybe he has a tool belt because he's building new Claptraps now. You know, he can actually build Claptraps now. Because in Borderlands 3, I believe he this is what Derch said. He said Claptrap built a new body, like a Claptrap body for Veronica, which was like an AI or something like that. I vaguely remember this, but yeah, maybe he's like building Claptrap units again, and we might see a couple new Claptraps roaming around in the game. I think that'd be cool. You know, circles back a little bit to something I'm going to talk about more at the end of the video. Promise you should stay and listen to it though, because it's very like, I think it's very cool, my idea that I have, and kind of a theory that I have. Just keep going. Okay, legendaries. People made comments before that, okay, this is like the biggest thing, people talking about anointments in the game, right? And you know, people are wondering if there's going to be anointments back in the game. And you see there's no like unique anointment beams on any of these weapons, but the legendaries have these sparkles coming off of them and like these green lines coming up. Some people think this is like pearlescence, or I mean not pearlescence, sorry, like anointments on them or buffs or something. I think it's pretty obvious that this is just how legendaries look in the game, because every single legendary looks like this. And this one is the only one that has a green swirl, but these ones also have swirls. You see how the color kind of goes from being like, it goes a little bit, you kind of see it goes from being like orange to like green. You know, you see this one's kind of orange. It's probably gonna turn green. They all look like this. This is just how legendaries look in the game, I'm sure. I don't think it's like some unique version of a legendary, you know, because they all look the same. So I just wanted to like get that out the way, because I've heard some people talk about that. Okay, I didn't pause on the last image. It's whatever. This Jacob's pistol looks really unique. This looks a lot different than a Borderlands 3 Jacob's pistol. This sight looks really nice. The pistol looks sleek. I like the way this looks a lot. You know, some of you guys might know I'm a sucker for Jacob's weapons. I love Jacob's weapons. This is kind of giving me Borderlands 1 vibes, even in a weird way. Like, you know, in a weird way, it kind of gives me Borderlands 1 vibes. I don't know why, but it just kind of does. And it, like, I like that the Jacob's pistol looks like it looks like a normal revolver that you would see like kind of in real life, you know, with this own Borderlands spin on it, but it looks like a normal revolver. Looks really cool. I'm excited to shoot something like this. You know, more environments. The game does look, it does look better than Borderlands 3. It doesn't look just like Borderlands 3. It looks different. Lighting's a bit different. Textures are a bit better. It does look better than Borderlands 3, so that's a good thing. It doesn't look exactly the same, so that's automatically a good thing, at least. You know, Maliwan sniper here, it seems. So that weapon that we saw in the previous image was a Maliwan sniper. Clearly Maliwan, clearly sniper. This is where your element is that you switch through. Your scope, it's long like a sniper. Yeah. That guy. We're not gonna talk about him too much, but this guy looks crazy. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back real quick just to like be like really negative. I hate plant enemies. I hate them. I hate plant enemies so much. Please, Gearbox, let this be the only plant enemy in Borderlands 4. If we have another plant, if we have like a bunch of plant enemies in Borderlands 4, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be so annoyed. You guys have no idea. I just don't like plants. I don't like plants at all in games. They're so boring to fight. They look bad. Please let this be the only plant enemy. This Psycho with his little arm. He doesn't even have an arm. It's like a little stub. And then this arm is like crazy enhanced. It's got like gas pumping into it with the Gaige, and you know, cool design. His hair's all messed up. Really cool. I think they did pretty good with the designs. Enemies. Cool looking boss, maybe. Okay. Okay, so this is really big. A lot of people are excited about this. Really happy about this. Me, am I happy about it until I see more? I think grappling hooks are really cool in games. I love grappling hooks. I love the movement that they can give you. But my only worry is that they're only gonna have grapple points like sometimes, just for like really scripted like linear areas. It's just like, oh, you can grapple like to get to this higher place. I hope that they do one of two things. One, they either just let you grapple wherever you want. Like if you want to grapple on this thing, you can. If you want to grapple to enemies to bring them towards you or to go towards them, you can. Either do that or have it so all the areas in the game have different grapple points around them. So sure, you don't have as much freedom as if you could just shoot it anywhere like here, but at least there's enough to where in combat you can look and be like, oh, there's a grapple point, I'm going to use this, you know, to get high ground, you know, or for movement or whatever, you know. So that's what I'm hoping. I hope they didn't just introduce grapples just to be like, oh, you know, like we're cool, there's grapples now, but they're really only like for just getting the high ground or like traversing like really linear areas. It's cool though. Something I haven't seen people talk about. They talk about how we're gonna slow motion. They talk about how this guy kind of comes up here and throws 2 axes, right? He pulls out 2 axes and throws them, but look, he comes up, he throws 1 axe. It looks like kind of like an axe to the ground. He does a black hole. He pulls out a fire axe and an ice axe, and he chooses to throw the fire axe and he throws it. Seemingly like at the black hole. Right, we're gonna look at that one more time. Spawns him in, throws it like at the black hole, it seems. So not only does he have the 2 axes, but it seems like he might have another axe, a kind of tactical axe that does like black holes and other crazy stuff. Or maybe I'm completely off base and that's just a grenade. But even then, if that's what singularity grenades look like, that's awesome. Because I hated singularity grenades in Borderlands 3. I thought they were perfect in 2, but in 3, I just did not like them. That looks awesome. That grenade there, I don't know what that is, but that just looks awesome. Oh, it's cool. Okay, and then we get a full image of the timekeeper. And that's it. 2025 wish list now. I don't think there's anything more. Yeah, ciphers, whatever. You guys could decipher that, you know, for fun. Okay, so now that we're done with the trailer, now I get to talking. I don't even know exactly where to start. I guess first thing I want to talk about, okay? For those of you that talk to me outside of YouTube and you know me personally, I've been bad-mouthing Borderlands a lot. I bad-mouthed Borderlands 4 a lot, and I still stand by a lot of things I've said that you guys haven't heard in videos, sadly, but my expectations are below the floor for Borderlands 4. My expectations have been so low for the game. You guys have no idea. But with that being said, the trailer, honestly, it looked decent, you know. It didn't look horrible. You know, I'm not going to say it looks amazing like some of these YouTubers are saying. I'm not going to name any names. But, you know, some people are like, oh my god, this looks crazy. It looks amazing. Oh my god, this is going to be the best game ever. I'm not like that, okay? I'm not going to be fake. I don't think this game is going to be the best thing ever. But I'm also not going to be extremely negative for no reason and say that it just looks like garbage and say all this crazy stuff about it, you know, just because I want to hate it, basically, you know. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to hate this game. I don't want to hate Borderlands anymore. I hate Borderlands, honestly, right now. I do. But that's only because I love this series so much. And I don't want to have this hate. I don't want to dislike this series anymore. I want it to be the best they could be. I want to love it. So even though my expectations are below ground level, that's only because I don't want to let myself get disappointed again, like I did with Borderlands 3 or even Wonderlands. So I'm keeping expectations low. But again, with that being said, I do think the trailer was promising. Aside from that, the concept, the concept dev arena that they were fighting in, we're gonna go back and look at that. Okay, you know, aside from this concept dev arena area that they're fighting in, and yeah, you know, uh, trailer was pretty decent. We're just gonna continue playing the trailer slow motion while I talk, probably, I guess. Uh, you know, look pretty good. I want to talk about my, I guess, theory a little bit. Yeah, because we have this guy, you know, the timekeeper. And like I said before, when we first saw him, I do believe that we're probably going to be dealing with like time travel and stuff. And with that, my theory, right? This is my theory. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm not even necessarily saying this should happen, but this is just an idea I had. Gearbox has said that this is going to be a soft reboot to the franchise, right? So what I believe will be, sorry guys, jeez, what I believe would be kind of cool or like unique would be for us to kind of have a scenario where we go into the past and that past that we're in kind of becomes our present. And if you don't understand what I mean by that, say we travel back into like before Borderlands 2 happened, but after Borderlands 1 happened, right? And we're in this time period and we get stuck there. And now we're finishing off the game in this period, you know? And think about it. You have all these different characters alive now. You have Roland alive. You have young Lilith, you know, you have all these different characters alive, right? Handsome Jack is even going to be alive. Okay? But a lot of the events that happen in Borderlands the pre-sequel and Borderlands 2 aren't going to happen if, you know, 50-year-old Zane is here, you know, and 60-year-old Zero is here. I don't know how old Zero is, but you guys get what I mean. Like, these people who have already experienced all this are now here in the past. Like, that's going to change the past. The past is going to unfold completely different. Handsome Jack's probably never going to awaken the warrior, you know? He might not even ever die, you know? He might not even be as bad of a person as he was because of these changes that are made, you know, when we kind of jump into this time, this time frame in the past. I think it would be kind of cool to explore that, and for that to kind of be the soft reboot is us getting stuck in the past, and that past now being the present of the series. That way, you're bringing in the new characters from Borderlands 3 and above. You're still keeping those characters, but at the same time, you're also kind of bringing the franchise back into what it was, what people actually like, which is Borderlands 1, 2, pre-sequel, that type of like story narrative type thing, you know? So, and it wouldn't be a hard reboot. It would be a soft reboot because it's still the same world we know, still the same characters, still the same environment in a way, you know, but it's also very different. And the new fans of this series get to still have their new story, and the old fans still get to sort of have their old story. I think that would be very interesting to do for them. I think it would be really interesting to explore, but they would have to do it really well. Because, again, I'm not a story writer, and a lot of the stuff that I'm saying here, right? A lot of these things I'm saying, I'm sure you guys could poke holes in it. I'm sure there's things that some of the things I'm saying might be a bad idea for whatever reason, right? I'm just spitballing. They're the writers. They're the team working on this game. They're the ones with all the money. They're the ones with all the writers. They can figure out the logistics, right? But if they figure out those logistics right, and they get things right, and if they can formulate things well, I think that would be a really good idea for soft rebooting the franchise. You know, it might be a hot take. I don't know. A lot of people say to leave characters like Handsome Jack in the past. And I agree. I do believe that Handsome Jack should never be the villain again. But, you know, if we go along with this kind of theory that I've had, he doesn't have to be the villain if he comes back. And I don't know about you guys, but in my eyes, I think that would be a unique, cool concept. You know, maybe he could be an anti-hero or an anti-villain, even though he kind of already is an anti-villain. You know, maybe he could be those things instead of just being, the big bad guy, you know, who we have to take down. There's a lot of possibilities with where they're going. And I am a little excited to see it. You know, I am. I'm a bit excited. I still have my expectations really low because I'm not going to get disappointed again. But they got my foot in the door a little bit. You know, they got the front of they got my toes in the door. Okay, the door can't completely shut yet. Okay, but now everything that happens from here on out, my foot's either gonna get farther into the door or it's gonna quickly leave that door. There's so many other good games out nowadays. There's really no reason to kind of, and for lack of a better word, be a slave to Gearbox. You know, these guys haven't been making good games for quite a while. They've been making a lot of mistakes. They've been doing a lot of wrong. That's a whole video topic for another time. And I know I'm probably saying a lot of this stuff and I sound really negative, but I promise you guys this is me being positive right now, but I'm also being real and I'm just speaking from my heart. You know, about how I feel for this, how I feel about this franchise, and you know, just how my feelings have been lately. Yeah, a lot of yapping. I'm not even exactly sure like where I want to end this video, how I want to end it. Kind of just sat down and just did this. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and there's a lot of reasons for it. I'm not even gonna go into it here because bottom of the line, I just haven't uploaded. It just says what it is. But hopefully that'll change soon. I'm not gonna promise Borderlands 4 content when this game comes out, because I very well will not be buying the game. The only way I'm gonna buy this game on launch is if I'm really like surprised by it. If they really impress me, if they really impress me, I'll probably buy it, you know, when it comes out. But as I see things now, I'm likely not going to be buying this game when it comes out, and I very likely will not be making content on this game regularly or seriously, unless this just becomes my new favorite game. If this game just completely wows me and it becomes my new favorite game, then you can bet I'm going to be making a ton of content on this game. But if not, then no Borderlands 4 on this channel. So, but don't worry, you know, there's other videos I want to do. There's other ideas I have. You know, so it's not like this would be the end of the channel. It would just be the end of Borderlands on the channel in a serious manner. But yeah, without further ado, I mean, like, thanks for watching, guys. I don't think I really have more to say. I don't know how long this video is going to be. Maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed just hearing my voice, because I know I've been gone for a while. And yeah, I hope you guys are excited for Borderlands 4. You know, if you guys are excited for it, you know, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. Just maybe don't get too excited. You know, you don't want to let yourself get too disappointed. That's all I'll say. But I never want to rain on anyone's excitement either. And I think it's good and I think it's good and admirable when someone can be so excited for something and so into something, even if I'm not, you know, into it, or even if I don't like it. You know, I still think it's cool. Yeah, okay. I should end the video now. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace out.